Hey, imagine it's late at night. You have your favorite book out, and you have your favorite actor from the 1930s, long since passed away, reading the book to you as you're drifting off to sleep. How do you think? Was that something you'd be interested in? I mean, I remember when I was dating my first wife and current wife, we used to do that. We'd call up on the phone. We lived in different parts of town. We weren't together at night, after a hard day's work, call up, read to her over the phone. It was kind of neat. We both enjoyed that. But imagine having a voice that you really enjoyed in the movies, being able to read one of your favorite books to you. Artificial intelligence is bringing that. The good folks over at 11 Labs, a tool that I have found very useful over the last year for doing voiceovers, reading scripts, actually did the first chapter of my book, my latest book, through 11 Labs. Had one of their voices read that so that we could have it as a freemium giveaway. Think about that. If you want to give one, we'll tell you how later. But it's a very helpful tool. And with all the controversy that's been going on about lawsuits from artists over trademark issues, copyright issues on their content, claiming that different artificial intelligence models had been trained on their content without their permission, 11 Labs is going about this right, and they are actually going to show you something here. They're actually getting licenses. They're getting agreements. So they're doing it with permission so that they can make this available to make it possible to read. And there's others. There's Zen Business, something like that is also doing it over in the UK. Both companies are UK based. And they're going about it the right way. So we're going to see more and more stuff like this coming out. And so here, go to CNN to get more on the details of what's happening with that. But what I wanted to ask is, imagine what that would be like. Would you like to be able to hear that? How could you apply that in your small business? Would that be helpful to you? Could you see here, Hollywood stars, CNN's headline, Hollywood stars estates agree to the use of their voices with AI. Now, you could also use your voice, clone it, use it for promotional materials or for messages. But it comes back to how do you know? This is the question I want to ask you. How do you know that you need AI? That you need to use an AI tool versus an alternative and have something programmed, more traditional programming. This is a question that I had, and one of the ways I heard it described by an expert that in the actual creation of AI models told me at a conference I was at, said, look, think of it this way. If you can set clear rules for what you're doing in order to get the outcome that you want, and it's repeatable, then that's clearly a programming task. If it's a clear set of rules that need to be implemented, that's traditional programming. When there's not clear rules or really no rules at all, and it's highly dynamic, such as using a human's voice, right? There's no clear rules to how our voices are used, how each individual uses their voice in a way that's not just unique based on our physiology. I can't even say it, getting so excited, I'm getting tongue-tied again. Based on our physical bodies, right? That gives us some of our tone, some of how we sound. But there's also the emotion that goes behind it, the personality that goes into the use of the voice as well. That's something that doesn't have a clear set of rules. Hence, it's a good application for AI, building an AI model that can clone a voice so that it can read a book. And then building a business around it, building revenue around it by being able to get permission to clone very famous actors' voices so that they could be used to create audiobooks, for example. This is one example of many. So that's a good example of when an AI is needed. So when looking in your business and considering, is this something we want to apply AI to? This is beyond the large language models. We'll talk more about those. But is this something we want to apply AI to? Then think about that. Is it clear rules? Then it's not AI needed to make it happen. If it is not clear rules, highly dynamic, there's discernment that needs to take place, there's learning that needs to take place, then it's likely an AI application. Also consider that when someone is selling you something that has AI in it, right? every product and service is all of a sudden incorporating AI. There's going to be more of that. And I think we've just seen the start of it over the last year. And this year's really built up a lot of steam, right? Well, there's going to be everything from dog flea collars to, I haven't seen that yet, but I'm just using as an example, something that wouldn't necessarily expect it, to the most like cloning actors' voices as a service for creating audiobooks. Right. But with permission, right? Having all the correct permissions to do that. You can't just go use somebody's voice or someone's image. Not advocating that. I want to be very clear about that. But that just gives an example of, because our voices are so unique, not just because of the physicality of our bodies, but because of the personality that makes the voice live, gives it that what we would call a live sound and feel to it. That's an AI application. Consider that and look for opportunities to be able to incorporate AI to get strategic advantage within your business. If it's clear rules, maybe a more programming route. If it is not, then AI is a potential solution. Begin to explore in that direction. But whatever you're doing, explore, experiment, because the companies that win, the business owners like you that win with AI are going to be the ones that experiment and play today. So think about that. Play, have fun. Use AI when it's something that isn't clear-cut rules, and love to hear what you're doing. Feedback, put in the comments. We're always watching the comments. If you got questions, got a future topic that you want to hear, then let us know. Love to chat with you more on that. So going to keep this short. I'm Wolf. This is Wolf's Watch. Thanks for watching. Go to Spotify. Look us up, Wolf's Watch on Spotify. We have archived episodes, and also have some things that didn't necessarily go live that we are starting to put back into the content universe. So hope you're having an awesome weekend, and I will see you on the trail.